Please enjoy Built from Broken, the revised and expanded edition, a science-based guide to healing painful joints, preventing injuries, and rebuilding your body. This is the author, Scott Hogan. To access additional materials from the book, including key workouts and figures, be sure to access the downloadable PDF from your audiobook provider. To access even more printable guides, including home workout routines and exercise templates, visit bfb-book.com. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, many are strong at the broken places. Ernest Hemingway, A Farewell to Arms. Preface to the second edition. Since publishing Built from Broken in June 2021, I've connected with thousands of readers who have overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Those who have accomplished the most mind-blowing transformations, overcoming years of accumulated injuries and pain, are always those who take the study of the Built from Broken principles seriously. They approach it not like a prescriptive exercise program to merely implement, but a textbook of fundamentals to master. Still, after reading hundreds of reviews, it was clear to me that there was an opportunity to provide clarity and a more direct path to implementing the principles outlined in the book, regardless of fitness level or experience. That's why I decided to rewrite the book from start to finish. In this second edition, you'll notice these improvements. 1. A brand new foundations program of daily exercises to build balance, stability, and core strength for those not experienced in fitness training. 2. Updates to the training program make it easier to apply in the real world. This includes revised exercise descriptions and an appendix of exercise locations in the book for easy reference. 3. Clarification of key details such as the numerical rating scale, NRS, for pain management, exercise movement speeds, aka tempo, exercise naming consistency, and additional guidance on less common joint pains. We've also put together a series of supplemental tools, including an exercise video library with demonstrations that you can access for free at bfb-book.com. Built from Broken started as a series of blog articles on my website, saltwrap.com. Today, SaltWrap has evolved into an ecosystem of tools and information, all aimed at the same mission: to help you come back stronger and move pain-free through life. We've developed a complete line of the first therapeutic sports nutrition formulas, won innovation awards in 3 different nutraceutical categories, and have expanded our mission to include serving healthcare practitioners. Though I do not believe you need any supplements to rebuild your body pain-free, I've seen time and time again that when people implement the BFB principles across the categories of corrective exercise, lifestyle modifications, and nutrition, true transformation becomes possible. If you are interested in exploring our product line and learning which formulas can help you on your personal journey, you can learn more at saltwrap.com/BFB-nutrition. Lastly, I'll leave you with this. Resist the urge to skip to the back of the book and start the program. If you take your time and read from the beginning, you'll have all the knowledge you need to become your own body mechanic and therapeutic health advocate. That's my goal for you. I want you to understand the core principles in this book so well that you can modify any program to suit your needs, prevent injuries, and build a resilient body that stands the test of time. As a final note for audiobook listeners, I resisted recording an audio version of this book for years, partly because many of the concepts are very visual, but also because large sections of the book dissect and demonstrate through photos how to perform certain exercises. Those sections have been moved into the accompanying PDF. The reason I decided to release this now is based on reader feedback. I lost count of how many people asked for an audio version, not to hear detailed descriptions of exercise technique, but to help them internalize the core principles that underpin Built from Broken. These principles are where the real magic lies. Once you understand them, building an exercise program, and even executing proper safe form becomes a natural second-order effect. So if you come across sections that feel complex or difficult to grasp, I encourage you to lean in and refer to the accompanying PDF. Few people understand these principles at a deep level, and that's precisely why so many struggle with pain. I'm excited for you to dive in and to become one of the few who understand these principles so well that you become your own body mechanic, your own health advocate, and maybe even a source of guidance for others who are also in pain. Introduction. Broken down, beat up, or bottlenecked. Broken down, beat up, or bottlenecked. Virtually everyone falls into one of these three categories. They're not separate categories, really, just different points on the same spectrum. The broken down are those unlucky souls who are so riddled with pain and injuries that improving fitness and building a strong, healthy body has become all but impossible. The beat up aren't quite so damaged, yet they suffer the debilitating effects of muscle imbalances, chronic inflammation, and nagging aches and pains, all of which put a damper on exercise goals and active hobbies. The bottlenecked are the healthiest of the bunch. Though joint dysfunction and pain don't sideline them completely, they continually get stuck when attempting to stretch their body's capabilities. Each time they progress in terms of strength, performance, or body composition, something breaks down and their bodies regress. Even elite athletes and professional fitness competitors suffer from this. Their limiting factor is rarely discipline or intensity or muscle building capability or even time management. It's almost always joint problems, injuries, and connective tissue degeneration. No matter where you fall on this spectrum, the major impediment to realizing your physical potential and moving pain-free through life is the same: joint dysfunction. That's the real obstacle. The central question this book seeks to answer is this: how can we manage our exercise, lifestyle, and nutrition habits to overcome the obstacle of joint dysfunction? How this book will benefit you. To walk a thorny road, we may cover its every inch with leather, or we can make sandals. Indian adage from The Art of Learning. There's a lot in a name. Built from broken doesn't just mean going from a state of being broken to being built. It signifies that the final product is made from broken pieces. All the injuries, pain, limitations, and setbacks you've experienced aren't merely obstacles preventing you from achieving your ideal body. They are the actual pieces you build with. In the Japanese art of kintsugi, broken pottery isn't discarded. It's repaired with gold, celebrating rather than hiding the cracks and broken parts. What's remarkable about kintsugi is that once a pot is repaired, the broken section becomes the strongest part of the pot. The kintsugi metaphor perfectly captures what happens when you apply the built from broken principles to your injuries and perceived limitations. You can do more than merely heal from pain and injury. You can transform that pain and those broken pieces into sources of strength and resilience. In this book, I'll show you how to identify, understand, and assemble your cracks into a stronger, unified system. You'll learn to target the underlying issues that cause joint pain and dysfunction. If you're injury-prone, like me, you can use the principles in this book to build a strong, pain-free, injury-proof body. If you're an overtrained and beat-up athlete, you can implement the training program I recommend as a reset before conquering your next training cycle or competition. If you've been around the block a few times and your body is screaming for help, you'll learn to build muscle and strength without sacrificing joint integrity. If you're broken, in pain, and searching for relief, you can do more than just mask symptoms. You can rebuild your body's scaffolding, improve functional strength, and enjoy a body that works now and that stands the test of time. Part 1 of this book covers the principles and strategies of rebuilding your body and the way you think about it. It breaks down the primary causes of joint pain and dysfunction, how to resolve pain naturally, prevent injury, and build healthy connective tissue structures. In addition to laying the foundation for the training section in Part 2, it also teaches you to develop your own exercise program that fits your specific needs. Part 2 takes the principles a step further, organizing a complete training program that folds all the concepts from Part 1 into a tactical plan with comprehensive templates and instructions. This book doesn't claim to reveal any secrets. Instead, it focuses on illuminating a handful of principles that, when applied to resolving pain and dysfunction, allow you to achieve your ideal functional body. It offers a paradigm shift in how to think about your fitness goals. Built from Broken is the culmination of my personal experiences, research in therapeutic sports nutrition, and face-to-face work helping to overcome injuries, obstacles, and setbacks. Most of all, it's a product of the realization that many people don't fit into the available fitness boxes. If you are suffering from old or new injuries, if you feel beat up, stuck, stiff, sore, and falling apart at the seams, and not even close to where you want to be physically, I want you to know that all the broken pieces can be reassembled to form a stronger version of you. In this book, I'll show you exactly how. In the coming chapters, you're going to learn the 5 primary causes of joint pain, how your body's pain signaling system works, and what to focus on instead of pain relief. You'll also learn about the misunderstood concept of collagen synthesis, what science really has to say about stretching, and why your connective tissue deserves as much attention as your muscles. These concepts form the backbone of the Built from Broken principles. Even if you're eager to dive into the training section, I encourage you to take your time with part 1 of this book and internalize the concepts as best you can. You probably already know about some of the ideas we'll cover. That's okay. It doesn't matter if you've heard something already or learned about it in the past. What matters is how well you know each principle and if you understand when to apply each for maximum effect. I want you to understand these ideas on a deep, fundamental level. Part 1. Principles and Strategy. Chapter 1. A Case for Load Training. When something bad happens, you have 3 choices. You can either let it define you, let it destroy you, or you can let it strengthen you. Dr. Seuss. In 1986, cross-country skier Janine Shepherd was headed to the Olympics. Favored as one of the top contenders, she was about to realize her dream of becoming Australia's first ever medal winner at the Winter Games. But a freak accident would change the course of her life. On a training bike ride through the Blue Mountains in South Wales, Janine was struck by a speeding utility truck. Her last memory before the accident was looking up and feeling the sun on her face. She woke up hours later in a body consumed by pain. Her neck and back were broken in 6 places. She had 5 broken ribs, a broken right arm, a broken collarbone, and several crushed bones in her feet. The right side of her body had been ripped open by the impact and was filled with gravel from being dragged along the road. She had a head wound so severe that parts of her skull were exposed. She had lost 5 liters of blood. Doctors didn't expect her to survive. But miraculously, she did. And even though she was paralyzed from the waist down, her surgeon considered the operation to put her back together a success. The vertebrae in her low back were shattered into thousands of pieces, forcing doctors to spend hours plucking shards of bone from her spinal cord. They removed 2 ribs, rebuilt her back, and fused several bones together with rods and pins. She had a little movement in one of her big toes, but that was it. The doctors explained to her that the damage to her central nervous system was permanent. She was a partial paraplegic and would have no feeling from the waist down ever again. In a talk filmed at TEDxKC, Janine recounted her first memories after the accident, drifting in and out of consciousness in the spinal ward. She had an out-of-body experience and recalls asking herself, "Why would I want to go back to a body that's so broken?" Strangely, a voice called back to her, "Come on, this is our opportunity." After 10 days, she decided to mentally return to her body. She spent the next several months lying in a room with 5 other spinal cord injury patients, some of them completely paralyzed. In a moment of truly unrelatable insight, she talked about the close bonds formed among the patients in that spinal ward. Because we were all paralyzed, we didn't know.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.